A new book aims to help women step out of the background and into the full spotlight. It's called From Clearance to Priceless, a main character guide to getting off the clearance rack and reclaiming your worth. Kara Vaval is the author and joins us to share her journey and what you'll find when you pick up her book. Good morning to you.
Good morning, and thanks for having me. I'm so excited.
I'm so excited for you to be here. You have the best energy. So let's talk about the book. Let's talk about the title first because it is so striking. From Clearance to Priceless. What exactly does that mean?
So the call in the book is really for us to us women, to step into the fullness of who we are, off the clearance rack, right? Stop dimming, stop shrinking. If it doesn't fit, move on, type of a thing. And so it's both figurative and literal, right? It's the clearance rack in life, it's the clearance rack in your finances, it's all of those things. So the call is step into your abundance, step into the fullness of who you are, and go after that dream that's in your heart, because you only got about 28,000 days out here, right?
Listen, I like how you put a number on the days instead of years. Make it a reality for everybody, because time is short and it feels like we have all the time in the world and it's going to be okay and we have tomorrow to do it, but you really don't. You don't know if you do.
Exactly. You don't know.
So on the outside, life looks successful, but what was happening internally in your life? What made you want to start this process of figuring out how you get yourself off the clearance rack?
Yeah, so I had checked all the boxes. You know, I had gone to college, law school, got the husband, 2 kids, you know, like the 2.5 kids.
Trying to get like you, girl.
Right, I had done all the things, but guess what? I don't know if you wanted to be like me, because I literally looked around and I'm like, whose life is this?
Who am I?
Whose life is this? I did all the right things and I came up on empty. I was not fulfilled. I married a nice guy, but he really was no longer my guy, right? We were practically roommates, and I just wanted...
That's hard.
It was really hard, and I wanted just something bigger. I wanted to have impact, and, you know, and I had the kids, and I didn't want them to watch me live a dimmed life. And so when they told me you have to stay for the kids, I said, you know, I'm leaving for the kids.
There you go.
I want them to see their mom happy and her full and in love and just living my best life that I knew in my heart of hearts was possible for me.
But also seeing mom make a really hard decision, because it all looks great on paper, but I'm about to blow it up because internally this is just not it for me.
Right, and it wasn't. I wasn't blowing it up. I you know, that's the call. I graduated from a season in my life that was great.
Ooh, I like that. I graduated.
I graduated, and you know, it was a great season, and it came to a close, and it was time for me to rewrite the script, which is what I did, and that's the whole main character. You know?
Centrality of it. Yes, exactly. Okay, so a big theme is also reframing the past, how you look at it. So how did you personally shift from pain and setbacks to seeing it as almost guidance for the next chapter?
Because I came to realize life was always happening for me. It was never happening to me. And if that is so, then I had to lean into the information and the breadcrumbs in my life, including the painful experiences, for me to inform myself of what my next could be. And that's what I did. You know, I've had quite a tumultuous upbringing, and the marriage failing and finishing.
But I like how you're even reshaping the mindset as you're talking.
Constantly, because, you know, we are so programmed that we're supposed to do it this way. And when we don't, we doubt ourselves in our decision making, and leaning into, no, it happened, it was good for what it was, and I am now moving into another chapter. So let me grab the information of what did I do that maybe I don't want to do anymore. How did this come to this come to teach me that I can now apply in my next season? And so that's the invitation. It's for you to really look at your life as it's a lot. There's a lot of information. There's a lot of breadcrumbs. Go grab those, and then you can use it to reframe and reshape your next.
You're preaching this morning. There is someone who is hearing you this morning and thinking, okay, I'm ready to reshape, because it is a lot of work to reshape your mindset and how you think about things. Like, as you just said, life isn't happening to me, it's happening for me. You know what I mean? So when we're sitting in traffic and we're thinking, oh my gosh, I'm gonna be late, this is happening to me. It's like, okay, maybe the Lord is protecting me from something that's up there that I don't need to be involved in, you know?
Yep.
But even as you were speaking, I could hear you actively changing the words, you know? And that's hard for it to show up each and every day.
We're programmed to think
negatively,
a certain way and negatively.
Yeah.
And I don't want that. And I don't want that for women because, again, we are on borrowed time, right? This is, just like we're live here, life is live. You are live. This is not a dress rehearsal. This is your life, and we are live, right?
Thank you so much for being here this morning and pouring into all of us women this morning. Tell us quickly how we can get your book.
KaraVaval.com or everywhere that books are sold.
Love. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you so much for having me.